Have you ever wondered about the physics on how the foreground and background blur are produced in our photos? In this video, we'll dive into an important camera term related to aperture, known as the circle of confusion, which plays a vital role in determining how in focus our photos will be, the depth of field, and how it's related to the production of the beautiful bokeh in our photos. Coming right up. Hey, what's up everyone? Maximilian here from mwphotography. In this channel, we'll go through how photography works with tips and tricks along the way to help you in your photography journey. So if you're new here, consider subscribing. Now, aperture is a wide topic altogether, so in case you miss it, be sure to watch my previous videos on camera aperture, links in the description below. As its name suggests, the circle of confusion can really be confusing at times, and I'll try to simplify it as much as possible for you. First, in case you're wondering and to avoid some confusion, the illustrations on chromatic aberration in my previous video on aperture is a simplified explanation with the vertical line here representing the focal plane, whereas the focal points are this, and this. Now, lenses are made up of several glass elements within, with the focal plane remain static. As a side note, to reduce the chromatic aberration, manufacturers have to make better and more glass elements in lenses, and this explains why certain lenses can cost a lot more than others. When light passes through the lens, and depending on the lens movements, the light is reflected and converged before, on or after the focal plane to form a focal point. Now, if we look three-dimensionally, the shape from the front of the light passing through the lens will look more like a circle. In each case, there is a particular area where, although the focal point is just nearby the focal plane, the subjects within this area is still perceived as in focus or sharp by our eyes. Our eyes just could not tell the very narrow distance where the focal point is outside the focal plane, and we perceive it as in focus. And this is the circle of confusion. So how does it relate to camera aperture? When the aperture is wide open, the area covered by the circle of confusion gets smaller, giving a shallower depth of field. While when the aperture is closed down, the area of the circle of confusion becomes larger, where there is an increase in the front and back areas of the circle of confusion, and this gives a wide depth of field. Let me further illustrate it for you. Now, when the aperture is wide open or when a smaller f number is used, it causes a small area of circle of confusion where you can see that this area is in focus while the foreground subjects and light in the background is blurred out, giving a nice creamy looking bokeh. And when the aperture is closed down or when a bigger f number is used, it causes a larger area of circle of confusion where the areas that are in focus further extends to the background and foreground, giving a sharper looking objects in the overall image. Take note, however, there are other factors such as camera, lens, and subject factors that can cause the change of depth of field by altering the circle of confusion. But we'll focus on aperture and its relation to the concept of circle of confusion for now. I hope this simple explanation on the circle of confusion and how it relates to camera aperture and the depth of field will bring some clarity to helping you better estimate your camera settings when taking a photo. If you find it helpful, be sure to give this video a like, hit that subscribe button and notification bell icon to be notified on future videos. Meanwhile, do drop by and watch my other videos in this channel to have a better understanding on photography. Till then, take care and stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one.